I aged myself exponentially recently. I'm in my 50s. So I wanted to share with you guys what mistake I made so that you do not make the same mistake. I'm in my 50s and I recently aged myself exponentially. So I wanted to do a video for you today to tell you what mistake I made so that you hopefully will not make that same mistake. It's been very, very interesting. I'm going to drop in some photos for you to show you what my body looked like before this mistake and what I'm dealing with now. So if you're new here and you don't know my backstory, I'll back it up a little bit and tell you some history. So I've been a person that has struggled with their weight their entire life. I've always had to be conscious of my weight. My dieting started literally when I was 8 years old. I remember that. So been a long history of having some ups and downs, but the point I'm making is that I always have to work on it to keep my weight down. Well, of recent, so we'll fast forward just a little bit, I got really, really sick in my late 30s. And it was triggered by a lifestyle change. I stopped working out as I had been consistently working out. And I just had a lot of stresses in my life at the moment. I had some big life changes happening. I stopped working out. I came into a blended family. We started going out for dinners. I've talked about this in some previous as to what pulled the trigger on my health going the way it did. So you can definitely listen to more detail about that. But on any note, my health went into a state of crisis. I ballooned up over 110 pounds. My hair fell out. I was very, very sick. So I was able to reverse that. I started studying holistic health. I dramatically changed my lifestyle. And it was crazy how quickly I was able to turn things around. I lost that 110 pounds, got very heavy into working out. Food was always spot on. So I was doing really, really well. So well that in my late 40s, I started doing like some bodybuilding and was going to compete. I have competed once. So that's kind of how things were flowing. So within the last several years, what happened is that I was getting ready to compete and my body did not hold out for it. If you know anything, when I say prep, you're prepping for a bikini competition and it's very hard on your body. Well, I pulled out of it because health always comes first. And what I came to find is that my thyroid had plummeted and my sex hormones were like literally non-existent. So I went on HRT. Now, what had happened in this time is that I had started practicing a very low carbohydrate diet. And I hadn't been having problems with my thyroid prior to that. But I'm building the story of kind of like what transpired. So I decided after that I was going to go into a building phase for a while, stop the dieting phase and put some muscle mass on because I really needed some mass in order to do this competition. So I did that for about 14 months in the building phase. So like, okay, it's time to reel this back in and it's time to go. I had my coaching lined up. It's time to go back into the diet phase. Well, at this point now I'm doing like the keto scope of dieting. And I even went as far as going into carnivore, so 0 carbs. And I'll tell you during this time, it was not feeling right, but I did not go with my intuition at all. I stayed doing it because I continued listening to all the people that were pro-carnivore, pro-keto, and all the benefits. And these were trusted doctors. So I just kept thinking that I still needed to heal on a mitochondrial level and that I would start feeling better. But I continued this path for a very, very long time. So on any note, when I got ready to go into this diet phase, I broke my foot. So needless to say, there was a big emotional element with that. You take someone that's so active, and I've been working up to doing this competition for years now. You know, bodybuilding takes years. So I saw that opportunity just go down the drain. So it definitely was like an emotional experience for me. So I started sitting on the couch, started having some champagne, watching chick flicks, and started getting depressed. And I'm like, girl, you've got to get your stuff together. This is not okay. So I had the bright idea that I would wrap my foot up and get back to the gym. And that's what I did, and I re-injured my foot. So long story short, the competition now is put off even further. But I just dealt with it. I accepted that that's how things were and moved forward. So now we're fast forwarding. Now I'm all healed. I'm recovered. I'm back to the gym on a regular basis. I'm feeling, as good as I can. And I get ready to start this diet phase now. So that's where we're at now, to what has happened that I'm dealing with now. So I continued that carnivore path with this diet phase. So I'm training 5 days a week. Of course, counting all the macros. I'm very high fat at this point. So that means very little minerals and phytonutrients are coming into the diet. I'm not doing any cardio. I did 0 cardio during this diet phase. I'm just walking at this point. But after about 8 weeks, I started feeling really, really bad. And I knew immediately I had to stop what I was doing because I was going to a bad spot. And what I noticed is that during this time, so now there's accumulation here. I'm not just saying it was totally the wrongs of the diet, but it was also that I had been weight training so heavily for so long, and then I couldn't weight train. So I started noticing changes in my skin and the elasticity of my skin, things. And when I did this 8-week diet, things rapidly changed in a very, very bad way. My skin was so dry that there was nothing that would moisturize it, especially like on my legs. And my legs became extremely crepey. Now I'm looking, because I'm lost so much body fat so quickly, now I'm looking very cellulite, and my skin is like hanging. So if you saw some of my other videos, you know that I've had a skin removal surgery of late. And now I'm still dealing with skin. So the same thing happened on my arms. The same thing has happened in my face and in my neck. If you can see this. Now, granted, I'm in my 50s. Your skin does change. But after that massive weight loss and dieting in this wrong manner, in hindsight, I don't think this would have happened to my skin had I been flooding my body with minerals like I used to in the past. Because when I lost all that massive weight in the past, I did it vegan. So it was a ton of juicing, ton of minerals and phytonutrients constantly coming into my body. And I didn't have this saggy neck or saggy skin on my neck. The worst of it was I just had some skin on my tummy that I just couldn't, like right around the belly button, that no matter what I did, that just would not go away. But I did not have this situation that I recently had. And I truly believe that it is because I was in this highly acidic state, no minerals and carbohydrates coming in. Even though I was drinking electrolyte powders every day, that was not enough. It was not enough for me. And I think that we are all very uniquely different. And man, it aged me a lot. In fact, I really went through some emotion this past week. I did a video because now I'm on YouTube, I'm on videos. A lot of you know that what kind of prompted all of this is I got into modeling, because I was so healthy and I looked young and felt young. And now for the first time after this last diet, I feel like I'm looking older. Like I don't feel young and vibrant like I did before. So just a big emotional experience all tied into this. And I did a cooking video of this last week, and I saw you can't hide anything on a video. You can't do great lighting and pose and have skin smoothing and you look like you're on a magazine cover. This is like the real deal. And it really got to me. So the moral of the story that I'm trying to get to is, if you are dieting and something doesn't feel right, listen to your intuition. And for me, I will never go down that path of the super low carb anymore. I mean, I've had genetic testing done in the past, and everything said that I am an individual that requires a higher carbohydrate diet, and I've done some more testing even since then, and I really think that I messed up the biodiversity in my gut, so I'm having to work on that also from taking all the plants out of my diet. And since I have stopped doing that diet, I have made substantial changes to my skin, even though I'm in the state that I am now. I have, that dryness is completely gone. My skin, like I did have a lot of wrinkles on the chest even, and those have started to be rehydrated and feeling back out. So, and I'm feeling better. I'm feeling more vibrant and alive and more hopeful. And now I'm just still recovering from the skin surgery that I had. But, I'll be back to the gym. I will be lifting heavy again and reclaiming the vitality that I had in the past. So, like I said, you really just listen to your intuition. Don't go and do a crash diet where you're not getting a lot of minerals in your body, because I'm telling you, I know that's what happened. I even have acquired a very high level of cellular inflammation after doing that diet, and I have since started to reverse it. I still have cellular inflammation, and it's been months of now just flooding my body with minerals and vitamins. And it is starting to reverse out. So that is my story. I just wanted to share with you guys. Please do not do the same thing. Don't make the same mistake and age yourself like I did, because it does, I can tell you, it does not feel good. But there's hope. I'm correcting those things, and I will be back to my vibrant, healthy, happy 50-something self very, very soon. Much love. Mwah.